Love, Write, Create. We are going to have a blast tonight because you have the Christmas Queen. That's right, hanging out with you. My name is Kallie Ross, and I just came from a Christmas party. Can you tell? And I am hanging out with Mickey Mouse shirt Gaby Robbins.
Hey.
And stayed up really late last night with her kid who can't sleep, Morgan Wylie.
Ah, hey.
I think we all kind of feel that way tonight, but it doesn't mean we are not going to put on a great show because, as we've learned in the past from each other, the tireder we are, the more entertaining we will be.
Yes.
Bring it.
So, with that said, tonight we are talking about our 2015 goals. I started working on mine, and I might have 2015 of them. How about you, ladies?
Oh, no.
I couldn't make up my mind. And let's be honest, 2015 is not happening if I have that many. So I asked all of us, so that we don't bore any watchers into 2015, to narrow it down to 3 things, like 3 main goals, and then 1 specific goal for January, and then even to come up with a few action points. Like, this is something I never really thought of until I don't even know what job it was, but I had a job once at one point where it was where you had an event to plan or something, or an account that you're working on. And the boss always said, okay, what are your action points? Like, what are you going to do to kickstart what your main goal is and get there? So we had a little discussion about what is an action point, and I think it'll be kind of fun to see what each of us says is an action point, because I think it could be anything, really, as long as it gets you started. So, ladies, let's do this like one. We'll rotate. Gaby, give me your first goal.
To write 4 times a week.
That's good. So anything write 4 times a week, or write your book 4 times a week?
Book 4 times a week.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Right, Morgan?
Okay, I'm going to work on my technique and trying some new writing techniques and ways of writing to see if maybe there's something better for me than what I've done so far.
I love that. So are you thinking more along the lines of your process, or are you thinking along the lines of like using a different point of view in a different book? Or
Ooh, I had not thought of it that way, but actually I am thinking of possibly using a different point of view for a different project. But I was mainly thinking of the way my process and how I've done it so far has been pretty linear. Linearly.
You can do it, you just can't say it.
No, I can't say it. I can maybe even spell it, but so normally I write from beginning to end, and then I start over again, beginning to end, and which works for me. But I've realized in this last book that maybe I would like to try to see if it would help my revision process be a little smoother, to maybe try to go back each chapter and do a little revisions as I go and smooth it out.
Okay. Well, and I've thought about that just from the lines of like trying a different point of view in my next book, that sort of thing. But I like that. I always think, as a teacher at least, that you can always improve. Like, I can always learn something new that could improve what I'm already doing. So I love that. Okay, so for my, I put write more. I specifically to finish 3 books in 2015.
Oh!
Now, 2 of them being YA, and 1 of them being a children's like picture book. So my goal is to finish Defend, write a book that you guys know about that I've been working on, and because I think that's the one I might change the point of view on, actually, and then to finish working on this children's book that I've been thinking about for a really long time. So that would be finishing 3 books in 1 year.
Wow.
Do it. You go.
Okay. Are you ready, Gaby, for number 2?
Yes. Blog once a week. and that's not including blogging about Love, Write, Create. So at least putting something up on my blog about what I'm doing or my Inspire Enigma blog post at least once a week, so that my social media at least is getting updated more than it is now.
Okay, I like it. I love it. All right, Morgan.
Okay, so my next one is, I called it Expand the Team. I'm wanting to kind of work on the business side of writing a little bit and focusing on my systems and how I do things from once, it goes, the end of the book is written, and then it goes into publishing process, so you have beta readers, you've got the editor, you've got cover artists, you've got marketers, all these different things, but really kind of creating a system that flows well from one stage to the next, and thinking about incorporating possibly a street team, and just things in that nature. So just creating a fluid system.
Cool. I like that because I feel completely lost when it comes to publishing a book because I did it once and I think I've forgotten everything you've taught me. But I do have notes somewhere, so that's a good thing, right?
That's good. You gotta find them.
Okay, so I have read more, but specifically to read at least 2 new books a month. Now, this sounds so sad, you guys. I was talking about this with someone, and I used to read 2 books a week. Like, when I was reviewing books, I was reading all the time. But now that I'm writing, I'll find myself going through these droughts. I mean, do you see what is behind me over here? Like, I have a whole bunch of books, and I have twice that much upstairs. So for me, not reading, I think it actually has backfired, and I'm not writing as much because I'm not reading as much, maybe. So anyway, finish, read, complete 2 books, and actually started it early, this goal. And I know you guys, I've talked to y'all about, I'm reading this, The Darkest Part of the Forest. And the thing is I've been telling myself I don't have to finish it, which is really hard because, like, I really want to finish it. So I've been giving myself time every evening to just chill out and read. And then I tell myself, you don't have to finish it. You don't have to finish it right now. Just, read a little bit at a time. And I'm loving it. Nice. So, yeah. Gaby, the last one.
Get to at least 3 conferences this next year and interact. Because I go to the conferences and I totally absorb, but I don't really interact. So I want to push myself to just be a little bit more involved, like vocally, maybe, possibly.
That's awesome. I love that. I want to do that too. I'm stealing that one. What about you, Morgan?
Oh, okay. I kind of debated on a couple things on this one. I have some smaller goals. Be a better writer, because that's not broad. And vlog, because I'm gonna try that this year. But I think the big other one I want to focus on is just focusing on the writing. Be intentional about it and purposeful with my time and the actual writing and getting it done.
Yeah. I think it's important. So I had a tough time too. And this is what's so funny. When I started to do it, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And I thought of all these really wonderful things that would be great for me to accomplish or at least attempt. So I tried to make these feasible. My last one is to vlog or blog more. But I actually upped the ante. Gaby, I put 2 posts a week.
Woo!
So for me, it obviously we'll have our Love, Write, Create stuff that we put up, but mine does include whatever topic we have to at least do 1 a week of that topic. And for those of you that are watching us, we're each going to take one of the words Love, Write, or Create each month next year, and we're going to focus our are blog posts on those things. Now, not specifically or entirely, but it'll be that if love is my word in January, then I'll write a post each week about how much I love something or how loving something is inspirational, or you know what I'm talking about. So, and then Morgan might do that for create, and Gaby might do that for write. So, that's 2 blog posts a week. But I'm kind of like you, Gaby, where I want to kind of have my social media and then also my blog kind of not putting out just junk or anything by any means, but I do want there to be some activity there, because I feel like sometimes it's very stagnant. And if anybody reads my book and then goes to my blog, they're kind of like, oh, there's nothing new, if they go back every week. And I do that with some of my favorite authors. I'll go to their blog, and I know they're busy writing, and I think, oh, man, there's nothing new on the blog. So I like the idea of them posting stuff, so I think I should. Okay, so ladies, what are you going to do in January? What is your main focus in January? Gaby, do you have something good here?
I'm scared to say it because I really want to do it, but I'm terrified that I'm not going to do it and I'm going to be mad at myself.
Then you have to vocalize it now, so you have to do it.
I want to be 65% done. Like, I want to like January, not, like, I'm not reading, I'm not going out. January is, we're not spending money, we're getting more of our debt paid, and I'm staying home and writing book. So I'm saying 65% at least, so that I could get a big chunk done before our writing weekend, and I just really want to get a big chunk of it done, and hoping that's going to help me to just be like, okay, now, if I can do more than 4 times a week, that'll be great to kind of just bog down and get it done, but I really want to get a big chunk of it done in January.
So what percentage would you say you're at right now?
See, I've gone back and changed so much that I'm not sure. So I have to go. I feel like once Christmas hits and everybody's like zoned out and sugarfied and playing with their toys, I'm going to literally like get in my bed with my computer and just reorganize so that January comes and I'm just writing. Like, I'm just writing. That's kind of where I'm going to be in January, where I'm telling all my friends I love you, but no, and I'm not going out, and I'm just writing. So that's going to be the goal.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Okay, Morgan, what about you?
Okay, well, let's see. I'm releasing book 3 in January, so that will be a focus, and as far as marketing and the setup and all that goes. But I wanted to have a writing goal, so I'm going to start a new project in January. There's 2 that I'm inspired about that I'm trying to decide which one I should focus on first. But so I guess similar to Gaby, I'm writing in January, and I'm hoping to get maybe 30,000 words done on a new project.
Ooh, that's a great goal. Okay, so I have 2, but one of them is to write every day. So for me, it's, again, the writing. I feel kind of repetitive, but it's written right here. Write something every day, right there. And for me, I know that Mondays are so hectic with teaching that I am on the clock. So it's really just taking even my notebook out and handwriting just a scene or a snapshot of just something. But for me, I think that it also is going to be a little bit of journaling and a little bit of writing defend, and just it'll be a mix. But I feel like that my creativity is stalled when I'm not writing every day, and so I really want to have something fluid, happening in January with my writing. And the second thing, and this is one of those things that I wasn't sure I was going to do, but I decided to do anyway because I think it'll be good for me with what I'm writing currently. But I'm going to take book 1 and I'm going to read through the paperback, and I'm going to work through just some of the stuff. And it's not that I'm going to go and I'm re-releasing Descent or anything like that. But for me, it's going to be just kind of not changing much, but just really just working out some of the kinks that maybe or flaws that I see in book one, and playing with those and making sure that I don't make a similar mistake in Defend, or that I even fix some of those issues in Defend that I might have seen in Descent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because since I've edited and released Descent, I haven't really gone back to it. I've gone through all my notes and everything when I started writing Defend, the second book, but I feel like that it would be helpful, and it would also be something that I don't know, that I just feel interested. I feel drawn to do that, so that's what I'm going to do.
Cool.
And it should be fun, because I think I'm going to treat it like I would treat one of my students' papers.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to like mark it all and everything. Like, this crap doesn't belong here. Just kidding. I don't say that to my student. I tell them poop. This is poopy. Okay. So, action points, ladies. Action points. Should I go first on this one so you guys get an idea of what I meant when I said action points? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for me, I'm going to try and wake up 10 minutes early every day so I can journal.
Ooh.
Most people do it at night, and I can't do that. But I thought about journaling for 10 minutes, just having something right at my nightstand, setting my alarm 10 minutes earlier than everybody else's, and then pulling it out and just writing the first few things that come to my mind, so that I'm starting my day out writing.
I like it.
Okay.
I hear a lot of authors say that that's really good to do.
Well,
Right.
good. I've never heard it before. I must be a genius because I just thought of it. And another action point is that I'm going to tweet about my progress at least 3 times a week.
Whoa.
So in January, it'll be if I am writing or if I am waking up 10 minutes early, but it'll also be the whole, like, if I'm actually keeping up with my blogging and my reading and all that. And I think it's fun to know what authors are reading. So one of those tweets could be, hey, I just started The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. So, those are my action points.
Okay.
Who wants to go first on this one out of the two of you?
I'll go. I know I talked to you about this before, but I found that if I have an actual to-do list, like, daily, I feel like I get more accomplished during the day. Like, I'll just check those things off instead of just being like, I have this wide list of things that I could be doing, and I'm just going to attempt some of them, But I feel like I just need to be more intentional weekly. So I always sit down at the beginning on Sundays and fill out the kids' weekly, like their chore list and stuff. And when I do that, I feel like I'm going to do that for myself just so that I know when I'm going to the grocery and I know I'm scheduling writing time. But I also feel like I want to schedule, I want to try to schedule, like, write the scene that, Neo talks to Evangeline. Like, I want to, like, schedule that kind of stuff. That I know I got to do, so when I'm writing, I'm making kind of like a punch list of things, figure out this plot point, figure out this thing, because I already have this, like, questions that I still need answered, and I think that if I say, okay, on Monday and Tuesday, I need to figure out this plot point and get it done to a point where there's an answer, even if I'm not 1,000% about it, and write that. And then the next day, say, okay, start again on chapter. I'm going to, like, try to be more specific. So not only with my life stuff so that everything's getting scheduled and I'm not missing things and I'm scheduling writing time, I want to schedule what I'm going to write. Because I feel like if I just say, sit down and write, I'll sit there and I'll play with something forever instead of just trying to get something specific accomplished. So I'm hoping that's going to help me get more done and just more efficiently.
I like that. That's good.
All right, Miss Morgan, what about you?
Okay, let's see. Well, this new project that I think I'm going to be working on requires a little research on my part. So I'm making a list of books that I have found interesting to go get, and to go to the library and just see what I can find. And I'm going to do a plot worksheet, and I'm going to attempt to outline more thoroughly than I have in the past. So, yeah, so I think with the research, though, that's going to take me a little bit of time. So I'll probably just focus maybe even a week just on research and my outlining and plotting, and then before I start writing. So.
Well, my husband, who is amazing, ordered me the Passion Planner, and so in January, that's one thing I'm also going to be working on, at least the first week that I get it, because I should be getting it like mid-January, I think. But it's going to be kind of like what you were talking about, Gabby, that planning where it's like very detailed planning, and I love the idea because I feel like that sometimes, like you said, even if it's not necessarily forgetting, but that I put it off. Like for me, it's like, oh, I've got to get this done, so I can't do that. But if I do write everything down, like it is in the Passion Planner, or like I feel like I'll get stuff accomplished, or at least I'll be better aware of my time and what I can do on a daily basis.
Cool.
And research is key, Morgan. I don't like it all that much, but you definitely got to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I mean,
you do.
I like it when it's interesting, but
Yeah. No,
yeah.
and I'm excited about it, so I think it'll be fun. I'm inspired about this one, so.
I'm so intrigued now. Okay. Well, now we can get off of our show because everybody knows what we're going to go and do. And then we can hear what Morgan's going to be writing about, because I'm about to like bombard her with either text messages or not hang up until she tells me. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas, a happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah, and
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, good night, ladies. Good night, watchers, listeners, viewers. And we will be back in 2015.
Woo, crazy.
Crazy. Hashtag Love Art Create, people. Use it. Let us know what's going on.
See you later.
Later.